A mystery buried under the sea, a tragic incident recorded in the pages of history which shook the entire world. This incident is of a ship which was said to be the largest and unsinkable ship of the century. Its name is RMS Titanic. Friends, the story of Titanic. It starts from the beginning of the 19th century. At that time, there was a competition between the Germans and the British to build big ships. So the British government decided to build a ship whose decoration and stature would be bigger than a luxurious palace which was built in this century. To be called the largest ship in the world, the British government gave a loan of millions of dollars to the White Star Line Company to build the ship. After this, the construction of Titanic started in Belfast, Northern Ireland, on the 31st of March, 1909. About 15,000 engineers and artisans worked hard for 3 years. A grand and luxurious ship running on water was prepared. This ship was made in 16 different compartments, which were completely watertight. Due to this quality, it was called an unsinkable ship. Titanic was ready on the 2nd of April, 1912. The grandeur of this ship was already felt. The grandeur of this ship felt twice as much from outside. When White Star Line announced the services of Titanic between Europe and America, people got excited about its maiden voyage on the 10th of April, 1912. Titanic set out from Southampton, England, towards New York with 2,240 passengers and crew. It is said that when the Titanic was ready for its maiden voyage, more than 100,000 people came to the port to see it. When Titanic left Ireland, after some time, Titanic received a warning about the presence of icebergs on its path. But the captain of the ship, Edward John Smith, did not pay much attention to this warning and did not reduce the speed of the ship, which was moving forward at full speed, thrashing the sea. By nightfall, the captain, about 6 warning messages had been given to Edward Smith by other ships, but Captain Smith neither wanted to reduce the speed of the ship, nor was he going to take these warnings seriously, because Captain Smith was in danger of his final retirement and Titanic's reputation. He wanted to add more records, and not only did he want Titanic to be a huge ship, but also got the status of being the fastest ship of this century. On that dark night of April 14th, Captain Smith sent 2 crew members of the ship, Frederick Fleet and Reginald Lee, to ensure safety. Lee was deployed to keep watch over the ship so that he could immediately inform the captain about any danger. That night, the sea was very calm. There was no moon in the sky, so they could only get the faint light of the stars. Then suddenly, at 11:30, Frederick Fleet, who was on watch, saw a black mountain just in front of the ship. Seeing that he could not see any ice rock, Frederick immediately understood that there was a huge iceberg in front of Titanic. Without wasting even a moment, Frederick Fleet rang the bell 3 times in Mensprimes. Then immediately the news was given on the phone that the iceberg was right in front. On hearing this, all the officers started trying to turn the ship. Due to the sudden decision, the captain made all efforts to take Titanic away from that big iceberg. But alas, at 11:40, the lower part of the right side of the Titanic collided with that big iceberg. The collision was so strong that it gave a big shock to the passengers living in the 3rd class. The passengers came to know about it only when the Titanic was stopped at one place and the engine was switched off. As soon as the news spread that the ship had collided, people started running here and there. There was an atmosphere of fear on the entire ship. When Titanic collided with the iceberg, due to the pressure, it tore the plates at the bottom of the ship, due to which the ship sank. On the right side of the ship, up to 300 feet of nails had come out. Due to the nails coming out, the plates connected together slipped and water started coming in rapidly. When the water started filling in the lower part of the ship, all the passengers staying in the 3rd class. Alarmed by this incident, Titanic designer Thomas Andrews told the captain that 5 compartments of the ship were filled with water, and within a short time, water would flow over the deck and fill all the compartments one by one. After this, all the lifeboards started being taken out, but at that time, there were only 20 lifeboards present on Titanic, whose capacity was about 65 passengers. But in the chaos and panic, only 20 to 30 passengers were put on the lifeboards. Questions were also raised that being the Captain Smith was aware of how many passengers were on the ship and how many lifeboards were there. Yet many boats were allowed to be loaded without being completely filled, and due to this, more people were killed on that royal ship, but there was an atmosphere of fear all around. But meanwhile, a group of musicians present there, not caring about their lives, without fear of death, kept playing musical tunes till their last breath, so that the dying person could spend his last moments with some happiness. Due to water filling in more than 5 compartments of the ship, the front part of the ship had sunk by 10 degrees, due to which the rear part of the ship started rising. Due to the continuously increasing pressure, Titanic broke apart from the middle in just just 2 hours 40 minutes. The Titanic, which never sank within a minute, sank into the Atlantic Ocean on its maiden voyage. In this tragic incident, 157 people lost their lives, most of whom died not by drowning, but by freezing in cold water of 2 degrees Celsius. About 710 people were saved 2 hours after the sinking of the Titanic. From the sinking of the Titanic till today, different theories have been coming forward for its sinking, in which some theories have held Captain Smith responsible for this incident, and some theories have not. The Titanic's design and the materials used in it were considered to be substandard, but under a project started in 2010, a team of researchers used millions of dollars of modern robots and high-definition equipment to find out the real reason for the Titanic's sinking. With the help of cameras, they made a map of an area of 15 kilometers by scanning the North Atlantic Ocean with radar technology, collected 150,000 photos and videos of every small and big piece of the Titanic's wreckage, and studied every small and big piece of the Titanic's wreckage. After about 2 years of hard work, in 2012, this team prepared the Titanic virtually and tried to find out the real reason for its sinking. After doing many experiments on the design of the Titanic and the materials used in making it, the team found that there was no flaw in the design of Titanic, nor was the material used in it of poor quality. In fact, according to this team, the research found that the main reason for the sinking of Titanic was its high speed, because when the iceberg collided at high speed, thousands of tons of pressure fell on the lower part of the ship, and due to this, the pressure area was completely damaged. And then due to water filling in 5 compartments of the ship sank from the front. Today, the wreck of Titanic is 4 kilometers away, about 600 kilometers from Canada, Newfoundland. It is lying deep below, which has been searched for a long time, but success was achieved in 1985, after which the wreck of Titanic is now conserved by the Cultural Agency of the United Nations, so that its wreck can be saved from non-scientific and unethical searches. Well, only 100 years have passed. It may be that in the coming centuries the seas smouldered. This trace of Titanic will also disappear, but no iceberg can sink the Titanic, which is floating in millions and billions of hearts. So friends, how did you like today's video? Do tell by commenting. And if you want us to make a video on any other topic, then please tell us by commenting. We will try our best to make a video on that topic. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.